Alright, so we have some information on the new, revival mechanic feature. This is just a leak, not an official thing yet. So all the things you're going to be seeing are like not smoothed out yet, but we'll see what they actually do when they implement it into the game literally. But this is what we have. So big shout out to the boy Cody 99% or Cody the Dumbass. Okay, Cody the Dumbass. I'll just put his stuff in the link description below or whatever. Okay, let's just go over what this is briefly. So, in short, revival mechanics are just basically transformations or sort of transformations, but similar to active skills. I don't know, but we'll see what they actually do when we read it. So, the revival mechanic is basically this special animation that basically brings back a unit. Specifically, I don't know if it's like you have to be a certain amount of HP or something like that, but there's conditions to make it happen. So how it plays out is basically there's an animation that's going to be very similar to the KO screen like you usually see when you defeat an enemy or when you're defeated or you have 0 HP actually. And then it's kind of close to that. So basically how it's played out is before anything shows up, there's a character cut-in that appears, so there's going to be a character cut-in that comes in. And then there's a special animation that plays, so it's going to be like, I don't know, UI Goku is defeated from the Spirit Bomb, and then 2 seconds later, oh my god, UI Goku is coming! This special animation that goes poof, and then UI Goku appears. I think that's going to be similar to what happens, but I think there's other ways to actually make it happen. So he says, so it'd be your screen dims from death, then plays a cut-in, then you revive. I'm not sure if it revives you to full HP or a certain amount of HP. Well, he doesn't specifically say it, he just basically tells you that you revive. Bosses can use and disable it, so I'm going to assume that there's going to be new events or new bosses that will cancel revive, which is going to suck. But it is a nice feature. Revival skills can use a counter. Revival skills use a counter to show the build-up of the revival. So it's not just as simple as you die and you revive. You have to build up for it. Of course, there are conditions to make it happen. Once a revival skill activates, and it can change the entire. Okay, so it's similar to a transformation. So you know how when a unit transforms through active skill or transformation conditions, the entire card art changes and the super attack, the passive, all that stuff changes. This is basically that, but instead you still have to build up for it no matter what. That's pretty much the entire aspect of active skills and transformations. Revival is going to be literally the same thing, such as adding Pycon to Goku and Vegeta card in front to represent the save has been used. Okay. With this, the entirety of the card and the entirety of a specific character file can be changed. So it looks like it can dramatically change the ID of the card, which makes sense because I believe, well, not literally, because usually when Dokkan releases a unit with a transformation mechanic or an active skill transformation mechanic, they use the base character as the first as that number, and then the number above that is their transformation. It's the transformed unit, so it makes sense, but it's not too dramatic. As well as the card background, of course, that's transformation right there, meaning the cards can be completely changed down to the quote. So they're going to dramatically change a lot of the card, even if the card has an additional. Okay, even if the card file is changed. Okay, you can preview the card costume, which I assume is the revival transformation active skill mechanic. Like when you go into the summoning tab, and you click on the scouter, and you click on, I believe, one of the orange buttons that will give you the active skill or transformation. Click on one of those, and it'll give you the other card that goes along with it. That's pretty much what he's saying right there. You can just preview it just like usual. With this, some characters, an example would be Blue Evolution Vegeta, could have, after receiving 10 attacks, Revival can be activated. That makes sense, you know, it's the build. First he has to build it up, and then he can be activated, but I'm not sure how you can actually use it. I'm not sure if there's going to be any like specific, limitations to it? Because assuming it's only going to be once. Yeah, I'm assuming it's only going to be once. It could be a lifesaver or it could be not. I'll just tell you what I think about it at the end. And the art would change from cracked armor to shirtless. Cool. I like that. I like that example right there. Revival skills act like counters in that it happens during battle part of the game, not the beginning or end of turn. So it's literally similar to active skills. Okay, not bad. Revivals can be transformation, but don't have to be. They, however, cannot deal Wow. Okay, they cannot deal damage, which is stupid, I guess. The efficiency type has spaces for the animation like counters. Oh, so they can't deal damage, but they can do stuff, I guess? It's not that impressive, actually, based on my thoughts, based on what it looks like here. Like I said, this is not the final thing. This is just like it's literally what the product is described as. We have to actually see what it actually does in game when the data download comes out, probably, I don't know, tomorrow, or yeah, tomorrow or the 28th is what I'm assuming. But like I said, we'll see. So, what do I think about this entirely? So, yeah, what do I think about this? I think this sounds very interesting. It sounds very interesting. I think there's going to be some pros and some cons behind it, because if this thing actually does work well in Super Battle Road, then this is a Super Battle Road or any new hard events, Battlefield, Legendary Goku event, or even the Infinite Dragon Ball History event, or really anything content related. This is going to be very useful in a lifesaver. It could help a lot. And even like I said, in ESBR or in SBR, this is a very strong mechanic. But there are some cons. Like he said, you cannot deal damage, which sucks. It definitely sucks. But we will have to see what they actually do with the units in terms of this mechanic. We'll see if they're going to release a free-to-play unit with this mechanic, because I think there is going to be one in here for sure. Or they're going to do that with the Part 2 LRs. But what I assume is this is a very strong mechanic, probably overpowered. Personally, before I even started this video, I thought you could use it multiple times. Like if you have two leads that actually have this mechanic, or you have one lead and then you have the same friend at the unit that has the same friend lead or whatever, and then you can use the mechanic twice, then this could help you in Super Battle Road, which I would think it would be very overpowered. But they might make limitations to this mechanic specifically, but we'll see. We'll see what they actually do with this mechanic, but I am very excited to see it for the 10th, not 10th, what am I saying, the 6th year anniversary. Why did I say 10th? I'm not even sure. I was very tempted to say it. But I think that's all I wanted to talk about on here. It's not that much, but it gives us a lot of details on what to expect for the revival mechanic. By the way, I don't actually have a mouse with me. I'm just using the laptop screen because it's a touchscreen and everything. But yeah, tell me what you guys think about this revival mechanic. Is it good? Is it OP? Tell me what you guys think in the comment section below, and I will see you guys in the next one.